Hello guys, welcome to this tutorial. My name is Emmanuel. In this tutorial, we'll be creating the sample of the bootcamp flyer we have on our screen here. If you're an old subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you're new to this channel, kindly hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification icon to get notified whenever we post a new video. Kindly leave a comment in the comment section below and give this video a thumbs up. Without further ado, let's get started. The first thing we want to do is to impute the dimension for our design. And to do that, we'll simply select the image we have on our screen and hit on the delete button, and then we'll hit the three dot on the top right corner of our screen and we'll head on to image size and we'll impute the size for our design. The dimension for our design is 1280 by 1280 pixels and we'll hit OK. Now that we have it there, we'll impute the texture for our background by hitting the plus icon here and we'll go to our gallery. We'll locate the texture and here is it. I will impute it to our design. The next thing we want to do is to scale it up so that it fits properly to our screen, and then we'll head onto the layer icon and then we'll lock it so that it doesn't move when we are creating our design. The next thing we want to do is to head onto the plus icon and to add a shape. Now that we have a square, we'll scale it down and then we'll drag it all the way to reduce the size and we'll position it somewhere here. And we'll scale it all the way to fit in onto our screen and then we'll click OK. Next up, we'll head on to color and then we'll change the color to a gradient color, and this is the gradient we'll be using for this design, and we'll hit OK. The next thing we want to do is to impute our subject, and we'll head onto the plus icon here and then to our gallery, and then we'll locate our subject. We'll scroll down to locate our subject, and then we have it here. What we want to do is to flip the image so that the face of our subject will be looking to the left hand side. So we'll click on this flip icon here and then we'll click on OK. Now that we have it there, we're going to do a little edit on our subject because we want the image to be a black and white image. So we'll just adjust the image a little bit. We'll scale it downward a bit. We'll scale it and then we'll just position it somewhere here. We'll scale it a little bit and then we'll position it somewhere here, and then we'll head on to color filter and we'll reduce the hue all the way down and also reduce the saturation all the way down. So we have it a black and white image. Then we'll increase the brightness a bit to about 8 pixels and we'll click on OK. Now that we have it there, we'll head on to the layer option and we'll lock our subject because we don't want it to move when we are creating our design. So the next thing we want to do is to add the sponsors for this event. Remember, this is strictly fictional. This is not a real event. So we'll head onto the plus icon here and we'll add a shape. So we'll position the shape and then we'll drag it all the way and then we'll reduce it a bit to fit into the size of the logo for the sponsors. So now that we have it there, we'll click on OK and we'll head onto the layer option and we'll select the layer for this and then we'll drag it all the way down and we'll position it because we want it to be behind our subject and behind this as well. So we'll scale it down a bit and then we'll position it there. Next up, we'll import the logos for the sponsors. So we'll head onto the plus dot to our gallery and then we'll locate the logos and then we'll input them. So we'll have this. So we'll scale it down a bit, scale it all the way down, and then we'll click on OK. And we want to reduce it so that we'll have it somewhere small around here, and then we'll hit the plus icon. I'll also go down to our gallery. I'll impute the second logo. We'll have this. And then we'll scale it down. So we'll head onto the plus icon again. I will import another one. We've used this. Let's just delete this. So import another one. Scale it down. So let's just bring this here, and we'll take this here, so that will just create a kind of a balance. So we'll just take this here, and then we'll import the last one. We'll just scale this down all the way. And we'll position it neatly. So now that we have them there, the next thing we want to do is to add the content of the design. So we'll head onto the plus icon and we'll add a text. So we'll bring it down and we'll double tap, and then we'll edit it to online media, and we'll click on OK, and we'll change the color by selecting the text option, and we'll head down to color and we'll change it from white to black, and we'll click on OK. Next thing we want to do is to increase the width of the text. So we'll click on this style and we'll make it bold, and then we'll increase the size a little bit to 50, and then we'll increase the letter spacing or the word spacing. So increase it to about 4 pixels, and we'll click on OK. So position it somewhere here. So I think the size is a little bit big, so we'll reduce the size a little bit down to 40. Yes, and we'll have it there. So the next text we want to add is the management. So we'll just duplicate this by clicking on the copy option and bring it down, and we'll double tap and we'll erase it, and we'll add management. I'll click on OK. We want to increase the size all the way to 50, and then we'll change the font to railway heavy, and we'll click on OK. The next thing we want to do is to increase the words or letter spacing. So increase it to about 7, and we'll click on OK, and we'll position it here. And then we want to change the color to a gradient, to this gradient that we have here. So with that selected, we'll head on to color, and then we'll select a gradient color and we'll change it to this, and we have it neatly there. So the next thing we want to add is a text for the bootcamp. So we'll just duplicate this quickly, copy, and we'll bring it down, and we'll tap to edit. All caps, we'll have bootcamp, and then we'll click OK. And then the next thing we want to do is to change the font for this, and we want it to be railway heavy as well. So we'll click on OK, and then we'll increase the size all the way to 50 first, because we want to give it a stroke. So we'll make it 50 first, and then we'll give it a stroke. That's an outline color, so we'll give it a stroke and we'll make it white. So increase the stroke to about 8, and we'll click on OK. If you notice, our stroke is not so visible, so we'll give it a shadow. We'll come down to shadow here, and we'll apply a shadow, and we'll reduce the blur radius a little bit down to about 3 pixels, and we'll click on OK. And the next thing we want to do is to increase the size of our text, increase it to 55, and then we'll increase the spacing, increase it a little bit. So we'll have it there. We'll make a little adjustment by increasing the size of the stroke to 12, and then we'll increase the spacing again to 16, and we have it there nicely. So we'll just position it nicely, and we'll select this and we'll position it as well, and we'll click on OK. Now the next one we want to add is the main text for the bootcamp. What is the bootcamp all about? So we'll head onto the plus icon here and we'll add the text. So we'll select it and then we'll type. I already have it typed, so I'll simply just paste it there and I'll click on OK. So this is the content of the text. So I'll change the color to black, click on OK, and then I'll reduce the size. Let me unlock this subject so that I can shift it a little bit. So I'll increase the size of the text a bit. And I'll make it bold by selecting style and then making it bold. So I'll reduce the line spacing between the words. So I'll increase it a little bit so that we have it spread out nicely. So now that we have it there, we'll just duplicate it and then we'll type the next thing that we have there. So we'll just make a copy, then we'll bring it down and then we'll just select it and then we'll type the benefits, so you get an immediate job offers on the table upon successful completion. So click on OK. So we want to remove the bold on this. So with that selected, we'll simply head on to style and I will click on the bold again. I will click OK. So we don't have the style applied anymore. So the next thing we want to add is the link for the registration. So we'll simply duplicate this because we want to maintain the style, and then we'll click, we'll select all, and then we'll add the link register. So this link is just a fictional link. So if you type it on your URL, it won't head on to anywhere. https dot slash slash bit dot ly slash 5a 9 pk Q N. I'll click on OK. So position it somewhere here, and we'll increase the size a bit to 23, and we have it there. So the next thing we want to add is the contact information. So we'll head onto the plus icon there, and we'll add a shape. We want to have an effect here, so we'll just have a style here, and we'll click OK, and then we'll head onto the plus icon again, and we'll input another shape, but this time around we'll change it to a rectangle, and then we'll click OK, and then we'll rotate it all the way like this, and then we'll resize it. So we want to change the color so that we have a contrast there. So we'll select it and then head on to color, and we'll make it a gradient color, same with what we have there, and we'll click on OK. So we'll just position it properly. So the next thing we want to have there is the contact info. So we'll just duplicate this. Position it here, and then we'll edit it. More information. Call us. So we'll just add it there. I will increase the size by 1 pixels. So we'll change the color to this blue here. I'll click OK. And the next thing we want to have is the contact. That's the phone number. So we'll just copy this and we'll bring it here, and then we'll have a phone number. This phone number is fictional, so we'll just have 010 dash 000 dash 000 dash 00, and we'll click on OK. So the next thing we want to do is to increase the size for this. Increase the size a little bit, and then we'll increase the line spacing for this as well. So increase the spacing on this, and we'll click on OK, and we'll just position it somewhere here. So we'll just position this properly. So guys, as you can see, our bootcamp flyer is looking nice, and we have come to the end of this tutorial. So kindly give this video a thumbs up and click on the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.